Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced Monday at the COP26 summit that Canada is going to implement a hard cap on emissions from the oil and gas sector. He called the promise a major commitment to help the world hold the global average temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Trudeau's plan is to cap oil and gas sector emissions immediately and ensure they decrease in the future at a pace and scale needed to reach net zero by 2050. The Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers, the lobby group that represents oil and gas interests, has argued that Canada accounts for less than 1.5% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions, and efforts should be directed at coal, which still accounts for half of all emissions. Natural gas and oil are Canada's largest export products and are a foundational pillar of Canada's economy and innovation capacity, supporting approximately 500,000 jobs and representing about $30 billion in annual economic investment. The Canadian energy sector is facing resistance from all sides, with its pipeline to the U.S. coming under pressure from state governors, and U.S. refineries are shunning Canadian heavy crude in favor of lighter grades that are less expensive to process. Meanwhile, OPEC Plus headed for a clash with the U.S. as more members rejected President Joe Biden's call for the group to raise oil production faster and help reduce gasoline prices. On Monday, Kuwait said the cartel should stick with its plan to increase output gradually because oil markets were well balanced. American gasoline is at a 7-year high of $3.70 a gallon. The U.S., India, Japan, and other importers are waging a campaign to force the group to ease last year's pandemic-triggered supply curbs faster. While President Biden declined to say how he would react if OPEC Plus doesn't change tack, analysts have speculated the U.S. might sell some of its strategic petroleum reserves. OPEC Plus believes that its plan of boosting daily production by 400,000 barrels each month is working well, and there's no need to deviate from it. And many members, including Saudi Arabia, have argued they shouldn't pump crude any faster because the pandemic is still sapping demand.